Good day, everyone. Jolene here from Chi Lifestyle. Today's yes or no is going to be different, okay? So, today's yes or no, we are looking at will your manifestation come within the next, let's just say, month? Okay, so what I'm going to tell you in each pile is we're going to say, what are you actually manifesting? In other words, for you to have an idea as to maybe what you keep thinking about. Okay, because remember, what you keep thinking about is what actually manifests. And then we're going to have a look at what is blocking your actual manifestation. Okay, and then obviously what it is that you really wanted to manifest. So we'll look into that for each pile, and then we'll get into a yes or no to see if it is manifesting within the next month, and then obviously any advice that you might have in order to get it to manifest quicker, or if there's what is the reasons why it's not going to manifest in the next month if it's a no. Okay, so pile number one is actually got the citrine, the yellow and white citrine stone. Okay, so it's citrine, sorry, zoom in there, and I've also put a trinket on each pile. So pile number one is the citrine stone, and the trinket is the horse. Okay, so this may be something that you need to charge ahead in, something that you need to take charge of, something where you may want to charge or ride into a situation, perhaps, not too sure. So pile number two has got a clear quartz, and the trinket that they have got is the seashell, and this could be perhaps some kind of news or maybe something you're waiting for there. Now, again, it doesn't mean that the pile has to do with those things. I just decided to, maybe it's confusing, I don't know. I decided just to give you extra options. Maybe you don't like the color of the stone, but you like the trinket, okay? So pile number three is the moonstone, it's the black and white moonstone, and the trinket we have is a dolphin, okay? Pile number four is the green aventurine, and the trinket we've got in here is an aeroplane. Okay, so don't worry again if the trinket or the stone, don't let it affect your question. All you need to do is ground yourself, I always say, ground yourself, clear your mind of anything and everything other than wanting to know the thing that you're wanting to manifest over the next month. We'll get a yes or no, and we'll get into your piles. Okay, so please pause the video if you're needing more time. Take all the time that you're needing to make sure you make the right decision for your question. Okay? Right. I'm going to start off with pile number one. Hello, and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number one. Okay, so what you are manifesting right now, so where your thoughts are going is possibly you're waiting for perhaps something to come into your life, your ships, you may have to travel, or you're waiting for someone to travel towards you. But this is something that you've done a lot of the work, you've decided on what you want, and now you just want to take charge of a situation. You did have the horse, and I did say that was something about taking charge. So this is where your thought processes are. Okay, so what is your blockages at the moment? Is there's something you're needing to learn? You need to invest in circumstances, or you're needing to perhaps learn more about finances, or learning more about something to do with your career or something to do with finances. Okay. It may be a new opportunity that's coming in for you, and that is just something that's perhaps blocking, or you fear this new opportunity. I'm not really too sure. What you're actually manifesting in your life, what you're actually wanting to manifest in your life, is with the Empress card. So it may possibly be a specific person that you're wanting to manifest. This could be someone who's loving and caring and giving. It could be having, the abundance, having, higher levels within your career. It may be something that's on a financial thing. It could also be pregnancy for some of you. So it may be a motherly, being a mother is what you're actually wanting. We do also have a lot of hearts and a lot of swords. So it's kind of you wanting perhaps something emotional. So it's perhaps a conception of a child, or you're wanting to manifest new love, something within the emotional realm, something that's going to, make you feel really happy emotionally. There could be some kind of finances in the mix here, but there's a lot of mental stuff that's in the way. Okay, so it just seems like your mental blocks are just preventing you from bringing this situation in. Okay, however, if you work on that over the next month, then there's a huge possibility that it's a yes, that this will manifest for you, this emotional loving person, or this abundance, or this pregnancy. Okay, but you're needing to remove any kind of mental chatter in your mind. You need to remove any kind of heartache, any kind of pain, anything where you feel like you've been defeated and you've had to walk away from circumstance, any anxiety or nightmares. That's basically what will block you from bringing this in. Okay, maybe you, like I said, you're having to invest into, if you're looking to fall pregnant, you may need to invest more time and effort into perhaps conceiving. You need to put more time and effort into becoming a lot more nourishing within yourself, nourish your body. Your body is really important if you're looking to have a baby. Make sure you're ready on the vitamins that your body needs. Make sure you're eating the right food, getting the amount of rest that your body needs, not putting alcohol or drugs into your body in any way or form. If you're smoking, perhaps even stop smoking. But if it's a new love that you're looking for, then you need to get out of your head. Okay, you need to actually take charge of the situation and go after what it is that you want. Whether it's maybe, there looks like there could be some options ahead of you. So maybe it's making a final decision as to what it is that you want. With the Three of Fire, I think that you kind of knowing what you want. You've decided and you're ready for it. So it's just a matter of taking charge now. So whether that's going online, going on online dating to find someone, or whether it's going out to the bar, it's about taking actual charge. So this is it's a yes, but you actually having to take the fear out of it and just diving in. So this is literally just saying to you, just go ahead, dive in. Don't let anything hold you back. And I see it will bring a lot of happiness in the end. There's a lot of romance perhaps coming, or romantic times ahead. There will be financial gain within the family. There will definitely be victory coming up for you, pile number one. Okay, a lot more balanced emotions. As I said, there could be some kind of, maybe perhaps you're a single mom, or you're thinking about someone who's a single mom, and it's definitely a yes. It will come together within the next month, but only if you get out of your head. Okay, this is one of those situations where Spirit is saying you are the only blocks within this. Your fears are the only blocks. You being blocked and worried and anxious about it is the only blocks. If you want it, go for it, is what they're saying. Okay, so pile number one, it's a yes. You will manifest what you want within the next month, but that literally applies to you. You have to invest in the circumstances in order for it to work. It's not going to be done if you do it half-heartedly. This is either one of those with the Ace of Earth here. This is I'm going in and I'm going in proper. 100%. I am taking charge of the situation with the horse. I am taking charge of my life. And I am getting in that ship and I'm going towards what it is that I want. And then when you do that, definitely yes. Thank you very much. Right, so those of you who are who chose pile number 2 with the clear quartz and the seashell, let's see what you are manifesting. Right, so where your thoughts are is what you're actually manifesting because of your thoughts. Okay, and with you have got the page Messenger of Fire. So the Messenger of Fire is someone who is, and I call it Mr. Wishy-Washy, and this is someone who goes after what they want. Okay, however, once they have what they want, they kind of don't stick around for long. Okay, so it's almost like someone who doesn't really always know what it is that they want. They're passionate people, but they don't go in for the long haul. Okay, so this could be anything from a love relationship to wanting job, money, whatever it is. They want it and they go for it, but there's not much thought processes, and therefore once they're in it, they kind of get bored and they kind of lose a lot. Okay, this is someone who's very adventurous. They want adventure, they want independence, they want to create something. They're very headstrong. It's got a lot of unstoppable. Okay, there's a lot of desire. Is that what you're thinking about? So you're thinking about something you desire, something you're passionate about. It could be a love affair. It could be a business idea. But the problem is, it's not having the actions to keep it going. Okay, there's a sense of sabotaging the situation before it can get there because of fears. You allow fears to get in your way. There may even be, for some of you, not seeing the truth, and because of not seeing the truth, it kind of, you can't figure out why this isn't working out. Okay, you've got it could be the fact that you need to have a little bit more teamwork, and there could be the fact that there may be the sense of lack. So you may not feel like you have enough money, you may not feel like there's enough time, or you may not feel like this situation is really going to fulfill you. There seems to be a lot of confusion here. It could be the fact that you really want nice stuff, and you want to be very independent, and you want to go after everything that you want, but there's still things you're needing to learn. Okay, there's maybe a need for give and take. Maybe you are giving very much to a situation, but someone's taking advantage of you, or you could be taking advantage of someone. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. What you blocking you is you've got the moon, and that's confusion, it's illusions. Okay, and that is basically saying that something about your question, or something about what you're wanting to manifest, there's something that's not there. So either you are deceiving yourself into believing that this is what you want, or you're deceiving yourself into believing it's going to work out, or you are sabotaging this from working out. Okay, so take whatever resonates. We're all in different situations. This is saying to you that this is a maybe, and the reason why it won't manifest in the next month possibly is because of the fact that someone or something in the circumstances is not honest. Okay, so either you are not being honest, or the person you're dealing with not being honest, or the circumstances you're dealing with, there's some sort of there's something, someone's trying to get away with something, or someone's sabotaging this. Okay. And what you're actually manifesting is the 8 of air, which means you're manifesting more stress, more anxiety, more confusion, more worry, and that's what's actually coming out for you. Okay, there's a lack within this pile, and until you figure out this lack, you're going to have a mental breakdown. You're not going to learn the lessons. Again, we've got 2 messages of fire, or that of someone who's charming, or a charmer, or passionate, but they're not. This is not someone who's long-term investment. It's not if it's a relationship, this is someone who's never going to be committed. They're in for the fun, they're in for the sex, they're in for the money, the whatever, but they're in for the devilish things. But it's not that they're certainly not going to marry you. They're not going to settle down with you. They're not interested in any of that. And even if they are married, they're still probably looking at other options, and possibly going elsewhere in their mind, lying, cheating, that kind of thing. So I'm not calling a person a cheater, but someone is being dishonest. Okay, if it's a money or a job that you're looking for, then maybe you still need to go back and learn some lessons, or learn some more skills before you can get this situation. You're needing to be honest with yourself is basically what this is saying. So it's not manifesting in the next month because there's a sense of not using your intuition, or not being honest within yourself. Okay, either it's, like I say, you don't commit to something completely, and you sabotage before it can work out, or there's just something but the situation is off, is what Spirit is saying. So for now, it's a no. It's not going to manifest in the next month, but look, I will get an additional card and see if we can get any other kind of advice for you. So let me just get an additional angel card. I'm kind of shuffling with one hand on the side here and pulling out the cards of the deck. Okay, so there's some kind of healing that has to take place first. Okay, so until you have done healing, until you have healed this loss, this feeling left out, this perhaps breakdown in marriage, breakdown in relationship, being losing something, this loss, and actually work on healing yourself in any kind of circumstance or past circumstances within your life. That's possibly what's coming between you and manifesting what you want. Okay, so if this doesn't make sense to you at all, and none of these things is something you believe, then obviously go and look at all the other piles. But there's definitely a need to be more independent, a need to look after yourself, see yourself in a better light, give yourself more love, more attention, more healing, and not being caught up in illusions. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile number 2, and I'll chat to you soon. Welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 3 with the dolphin and the moonstone. Okay, so what are you actually thinking about and what's actually manifesting for you? Okay, so you have got the Page of Water. So you're manifesting something that's just about to start on a small level when it comes to something emotional. Okay, it could be something to do with a child or some kind of child. I mean, you chose the dolphin, so dolphins are very, I suppose, friendly and fun and loving, and you know they don't, dolphins are just full about play. Okay, so this is something that's playful, it's childlike energies, it's thinking about things you want to do. Maybe you want to have more fun, or it's about flirting. You know, if there's someone you're interested in there, and there's a, you know, you're thinking about perhaps the flirting, the fun, going out and, you know, starting something new, something that might just come when you least expect it, or just having something that's going to make you feel really good, something that's quite creative, you know, childlike. Okay, anything that could do with childlike or mysteriously, you know, cosmic consciousness, things, you know, if you think about dolphins, you know, again, it's full of play, joking, you know, it's that kind of energy. So that's what you're thinking about a lot. Okay, what's blocking, or what could block you from your manifestation, is any kind of conflict. Okay, so this is, you know, conflict within your mind, conflict within your heart, having things in your life that maybe perhaps there was silly fights, thinking about the silly fights in your life. You may just need, or you may just be all in your head a little bit too much about diversity and anything that's got to do with diverse. So maybe you're worried about whatever it is you're wanting to do, that it might offend certain people. You may not be open maybe to certain people, or open to certain things that you're needing. Okay, so that it's just something that's conflicting in your head. What you're actually wanting is transformation. You want something in your life to end, and you want some new beginnings, but you're wanting to become, again, you know, there's something very spiritual, something very transformational about what you're wanting. You may be just wanting not your whole literal life to end, but you're wanting things to be over, and you want a brand new beginning. Okay, you're tired of your job, you're tired of where you live, you're tired of your love situation, you're tired of the area that you live, and you want things in your life to end, and you want a brand new beginning. Okay, what it is, okay, so basically the answer to your question is, you know, just be careful that, and maybe this conflict is something from your past, something that maybe you're focusing on, and it could have been, you know, a situation where there was some kind of loss, and there's a little bit of grief that you were dealing with. Okay, you may have held on too tightly, and it could have been having a bit of nostalgia about a past lover, a past friend, or something that happened in your childhood. Maybe you are wanting to reconnect with something in your childhood, or wanting to reconnect with maybe your inner child. Okay, and it's just asking you to try to think about things more in a positive light, and be thankful for what you do have right in front of you. You know, see things in your life, or any problems in your life, like that of a child. That is, you know, find creative solutions to problems instead of stress. Stress is never going to fix your problems, or any burdens that you have. It's only going to manifest them. So don't think about the things that you don't have, and focus on the things what's left in your life. Try not to hold on to anything, and things are about to pay off. Okay, you've done all you can, and Spirit is saying that things are about to come in your life. There's going to be a wish fulfillment coming in for you within the next month. something that, all the hard work that you've done, it's going to come in. It's going to come in pretty quickly, pile number 3. Okay, so this transformation of whatever it is that you're wanting, you're going to have something being done and out, and you're going to have something a lot more solid, something a lot more passionate, something a lot more truthful, and something a lot more honest. That's definitely coming in. Okay. Whatever is that you're manifesting, this new beginning, this new fun, this fun start, this cosmic consciousness, whatever it is that you're wanting, your answer is definitely a yes. You should see something happening within the next month, okay? But just get out of your head, get out of any complex. Don't even think about the complex. Don't even think about the things that go wrong. Put your burdens down and just start to do things, become a little bit more creative. Creativity helps, flow. It helps the truth to come out. It helps the mind to open up. You need to be a little bit more in your heart and less in your head. And the way you're going to be in your heart is to do something arty, to do something creative. And the more creative you become, the quicker this will manifest. But there's definitely a wish fulfillment coming in for you. And whatever it is that you're really thinking about, you are going to have some kind of ending, and you're going to have a lot of transformation. It could be spiritual transformation. It could be finances. There are quite a bit of financial cards. It could be emotional. Something could be quite passionate. I mean, there's a lot of passion, love, and money that kind of is coming within this pile. And it may be something small. It might start off as something, like I said, childlike and fun. It may not be like a total engagement or winning, huge amounts of money, but it could be something that's fun, or, so you might get a little bit of an inkling into an idea that could bring in financial abundance in the end. Or you could have someone that you start flirting with or chatting to online, and then it manifests into something later on. But it's the beginning of new stuff or newness coming in for you. So you will manifest within the next month the stuff that you are wanting. Okay. Hopefully that's the answers you're needing or wanting. If it doesn't make sense, then go to another pile. But this is what I get for this pile. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 4, and that's with the green aventurine and the aeroplane. Right, okay, so what are you thinking about? What is it that you are thinking about all the time, and where your thoughts are? With the messenger of earth, you're thinking about the fact that whatever your circumstances are, you're thinking that it's going to be hard work, okay? You're thinking about the perseverance that you need. You're thinking about the careful efforts that's needed to make this work. You're thinking about the dedication that's needed, okay? You may be considering a lot about your commitment to those circumstances. You may be considering your efforts. You're thinking about, maybe the integrity of the circumstances that's in question, okay? So that's what you're actually manifesting, is more, maybe perhaps more commitment that's needed, because what's blocking for you is definitely a commitment. A commitment's blocking. Success is the belief in the success, the evidence that this is going to pay off. So it's not having faith in the circumstances, okay? There's no faith in the circumstances. You feel like, what you are wanting, funny enough, is you're wanting something that's a little bit more loving or a little bit more romantic. Okay, so you're wanting more romance, but for you it seems work. So, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be something that's maybe perhaps more caring, more giving, more... it's messenger of earth is normally some kind of romantic feeling, but it could be, seeing things in the best way, or you're wanting something that's more emotional awareness, you want something that's going to fit your emotions, or something that's going to make you emotionally happier. It could be, falling in love with either yourself, or falling in love within the circumstances, or loving the circumstances, or being admired by others, or feeling like, something is what you're really wanting. You're wanting something that's got, whether it's a love for the circumstances, or love for yourself, or love for the thing. But you're thinking that this is just so much work, is what you're actually thinking. So what you want is something that's loving and kind, and something that's going to fill your heart with joy, is what I'm feeling like. But what you're feeling like is all the work that has to be put in. And what's blocking you is whether you really want to put the work and effort into the circumstance. Okay. If this does not at all feel like it's your pile, then please go and look for a different pile, because it's probably not. So it could be something like maybe perhaps there's a need for you to travel more to get this done. There may be a need for you to move. There's something in you, and I think you probably getting this realization now. You might feel like, you want to move away from something bad into something better. You may be dealing with, a lot of rivalry or a lot of perhaps fighting or conflict within the situation. You may just be very conflicted, okay? It's almost like there's you wanting something happier, and you're not really too sure about their circumstances. You feel like someone's defensive, or someone's constantly standing up for themselves, or maybe you feel like you're constantly having to stand up for yourself, and you're constantly having to fight for yourself within these circumstances, and you're just not too sure. You want passion, you want something more passionate. You're just not too sure whether this is something to invest. You want something that's worth investing, and I just don't feel like you really knowing whether you want this or not, and that's where the problem is, because the answer is actually maybe. You might. There may be a need for you, and I kind of pulled additional cards because, there's something you have to learn, okay? So you might actually have to go and study something more. So maybe that's taking additional courses, or, there could be small courses, or something you literally have to go back to school to study in order for this. Because the Page of Earth is also about studying. It's about learning. The pages are very young, so it's about learning about money, or learning about investments, or learning more about these circumstances, or maybe learning more about what you want. It's also about you seeing yourself in more power. Okay, maybe these circumstances make you feel powerless. Okay, you feel like you're having to defend yourself more, and you don't feel like you have enough power to get yourself through this. You don't feel like you actually have enough strength to get through this, maybe, or to get yourself into these circumstances. And you're wanting it, and you're wanting the joy that comes with these circumstances, but you're not really too sure whether this is worth it. You're not too sure if this is worth the long-term investment. Something is missing. Okay, so this pile didn't close off. There's a 9 missing from here. So it's almost like, and I think you know it, you feel like something is missing. And that missing piece to the puzzle will actually give you the answer. That missing piece to the puzzle is probably something you need to study more. You need to investigate more. You need to really sit and think a little bit more before this becomes a yes or a no. So something is definitely missing from this pile, and until you can figure out what is missing, that will give you your answer as to whether this will happen or won't. Okay, so this is kind of you needing to do a little bit more study, a little bit more investigating, a little bit more being honest with yourself, standing up for yourself a little bit more maybe, and then you can make a move, and then there may be something you need to leave in order to get what you want. You may be, as I said, looking to leave your home, or to leave a relationship, or to split up with someone and move into something better, something that's going to be more fulfilling. Or, like I say, you want to move on to something, but you're just trying to think of, well, this is a lot of work, okay, and you're not really too sure if you want it. So what Spirit is saying is that you feel like you want it because you definitely want something that's going to fulfill you emotionally, but you're not too sure if you're going to put in, if you're wanting to put in the effort. But if you do really want this, and you definitely want something that's more fulfilling, then there's a need for you to see yourself in a better light. There's a need for you to see how powerful you actually are, and see that you actually can get through this. As I said, just look into the circumstances a little bit more. You may need to, as I said, it could be learning a new language. And if you want to move to a different country, maybe you need to learn a new language. If you want to move to a different country, learn more there is about that country, or about that town. Yes, it may be a lot of hard work, but if you're really, really wanting to move, then Spirit is saying, understand that you are more powerful than what you think. You can get yourself through this, but you needing to maybe just learn a little bit more, maybe do a little bit more research, maybe do a little bit of mini online courses to get you through these circumstances. It could mean for some of you that there may be some lessons that need to be learned in order for you to get your manifestation. Okay, more effort more seeing yourself in a better light, more seeing yourself, or it may mean just leaving something in order to find something better. It's really and truly, it kind of feels like you have more power in these circumstances than what you think, is what Spirit is actually saying. So pile number 4, it's a maybe, but yeah, I think you have the power in these circumstances, actually, more than what you think. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to say goodbye.